Welcome to another edition of Chris Gilmore On Demand, and today's podcast is all about why homes don't sell. So we're coming into a rather flat market at the moment, but there is still some properties that still sell. So what makes these properties stand out? What makes a property receive more inquiry, more offers than other properties that don't? So there's a number of contributing factors about when a home doesn't sell. So the first thing that we need to look at is the presentation of the home. You need to look at your home through the eyes of buyers. So what I mean by that is take a good look around your home. Now, is your home decluttered? How does it smell? Is it clean? Is it tidy? Is everything packed away? Buyers are super fussy nowadays in the market, and they're looking for that perfect property. So if you're doing an inspection or you've got an open homes that you're running, make sure your beds are made, the home smells nice and clean. If it's a hot day, make sure you have air conditioning on hours before the inspection. If it's cold, make sure your windows are closed. If you're near a busy road, make sure you've got some TVs on and some sound playing to sort of muffle the noise. These are just little tips that you can do, but it comes down to presentation. So that's the very first thing that you can look at, and it's rather inexpensive to fix. So if your home isn't selling, make sure you walk through the inside and the outside of your property through the eyes of the buyers. Another reason why homes don't sell is the marketing. And this is probably the biggest thing where a lot of sellers do go wrong. They generally opt with free marketing or the cheaper agent with cheaper marketing. Now, there is a reason why it's cheaper marketing, meaning you're doing less of it. When you're so flooded in the market, and in some cases, properties are in competition with 100, 200 different other homes on the market in their surrounding suburbs, you need to make sure that your home stands out. And by doing this is world-class marketing. So the very first thing that you need to tick off is, do you have professional photography? If you do, when does your home look best? Does it look best during the day, or would a twilight shoot make the home look more appealing? Floor plans. It's a must. 100% of all homes that are on the market should have a floor plan, but we still see constantly many homeowners opt that they didn't want to spend the extra $75 to get a floor plan drawn up. Now, buyers go searching for floor plans. They want to do their research. They want to make sure they can see where everything is positioned before they come in and view the home. So floor plan is a must. Property video. Property video are more engaging. You can do social media campaigns around it, and it just shows a complete different aspect of your property instead of just through photos. So it's more engaging with the buyer. So I do recommend that you do get a professional video cut on your property. And it can also show different things that are around your property as well too. So it's a must that you do video. Now make sure your video is no longer than 1 minute 30 because you start to lose the attention of the buyers. The Matterport 3D tour. Now, this is a word that you probably never heard of before. At our company at All Properties Group, we actually invested in this camera about 6-7 years ago. It's a $13,000 camera and it's got 9 lenses. But what it does a full scan inside and outside of your property. Say you're selling your home in Brisbane. Anyone, say they're in China, Singapore, India. They could be in New York. They could be in Denmark. They could be anywhere in the world. They can walk through your home and look up, down, left, right, full 360 and look at every single little thing on your property without even being there. So it's great to really attract those interstate investors from down south that are looking, that might not be flying up. So you want to give them as much information as possible. So that's called the Matterport 3D tour. Then we throw in the drone. It's really interesting now with the drone technology, but drone photos and drone video make your home look completely different and will make it also stand out. It gives buyers a bird's eye view of how your home is positioned on the block. Site access might be really important to a buyer. They can see this through the drone. And drone video, it just allows you to show where that home is positioned. Is it positioned near shops and schools or parklands, bushland, anything like that, which you can only get through drone photography. The old-fashioned signboard. A lot of people forget the signboard, but it's a 24/7 seller. There could be a buyer driving past your property to go to another property, never saw your property on the market on the internet sites, but they see your sale sign out the front. So it's a must that you have a for sale sign out the front of your home. Professionally printed brochures being handed out at open homes. Social media campaigns, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all this is so important. You also need to do local marketing. Is your agent doing marketing around your home, to your street, to your surrounding streets in your suburb? Many people live in your suburb, might drive past your home, didn't realize it was for sale. They could be renting. They could have family, friends that want to buy into that area. So you need to do local marketing around your property. Another reason why homes don't sell is their agent just isn't working hard enough. The agent isn't following up every single lead. They're not responding to every phone call or every email inquiry that comes through. So you've got to make sure. And a really good way in doing this is actually secret shop your real estate agent. Get a family member to come through the home. See how they interact. What are they saying about the home? What are they saying about you, the owner? What are they saying when they start talking price? Are they defending your price? Do they follow up after the open home or after the inspection? I know how we operate. We will always follow up with every single buyer within 24 hours after that inspection, just to see if there's any further interest, any more questions that we could be answered. And we ask them simply, would you like to make an offer? So it's vital that you pick a very hard-working real estate agent that is going to go into battle for you, follow up and chase every single inquiry. Another place where a lot of homeowners go wrong and why they're not getting exposure on their property is they go with the smallest ads on the real estate websites. Now, I always oftenly joke, but there is a page 2 on Google, yet you never get to it. And it's no different on the real estate portals. You need to make sure you've got the biggest ad, the boldest ad, and on page 1 where you're going to be seen, 10 to 15 times more. It's proven. Instead of you coming out on being on page 10 where you won't be seen, small little ad, small little photo, it just doesn't show any worth in the home. But the big and the bold of the ad, it just excites the buyers and it will generate more exposure. Now, there is a cost to all that. Of course, there's going to be a cost to advertising your property. It's no different when you see the doctor. You see the doctor, you pay for the doctor, then you pay for the prescription from the chemist to get better. Real estate is no different. You need to find a good real estate agent and then they're prescribing which marketing is going to be best in order for you to get the most amount of buyers through your property, which is then going to increase your sales price and lessen your days on market, because we've never seen a record price achieved by a home sitting on the market for 9 months. It generally is always within the 2 to 4, 6 weeks roughly in this market. So that's how you can generate offers. That's how you can generate buyers. It's going to be presentation. Have you got your home absolutely looking schmick for the market? Is it the best looking home that's on the market in your suburb? Is your marketing the best marketing over and above anybody else that's also on the market? Because you got to remember, for every for sale sign that you see driving around, they are competition to your home. You want to make sure that you lead the buyers to your home. It's no different when you're walking down the mall or shops and restaurants. Take a really good note. You're going to see some restaurants that are just pumping and there's full of people, and that attracts more people. That you see the little takeaway shop and all you can see is the business owner sitting there eating his own dinner at the shop and there's no one else. There's no excitement, but across the road, it's packed. It's no different to when you go to the shops and you go to these women's clothes shops and they've got the loud music pumping and you look in and there's just this really cool vibe. That is marketing. That is selling. That is how you attract a crowd. And selling your home is no different. So hope there's a couple of little tips there on how you can generate offers. Now, if you're doing all that and your real estate isn't generating offers, make sure you have that conversation with your agent. Talk about price, because it could be price that is stopping the buyers from making offers. But if you've got your presentation right and you've got your marketing right, then the only thing that you can change is price, unfortunately. But if you haven't got presentation right, work on that. If you're not doing all the marketing that we just said through this podcast, make sure you're doing all of it. So then you know there is no stone unturned. You never know where your buyer is going to come from. Your buyer could be 2 minutes down the road, or your buyer could be 2 states away. Thanks for listening. Chris Gilmore, On Demand.